John, I doubt you're going to give specifics, but do you think that James Van Riemsdyk could play tomorrow?
I think if we get a good report today, he has a chance of playing.
What would he bring, particularly on the power play to you guys?
Yeah, I mean that's his strength of his game is power play underneath the hash marks offense. He's a veteran guy who I thought was playing really good before he got hurt. So it'll give us a boost.
We touched on the power play a bit last night, but it's 3 for 7 in the last 2 games. Where have you seen the group as a whole take the biggest strides?
Well, I thought we got ourselves out of trouble when they were forcing us, and they seemed to have us in a bad spot. I think we made some good plays to get it set up again. Still struggling on face-offs to start it, but when we were pressured and we were in a bad spot, I think we escaped really well to keep it in the end zone. So I think that's helped.
Tony said after the game that he felt like the biggest improvement on the power play recently has been, the fact that you guys are getting to the zone better. Whereas
Who said that?
Tony,
Yeah.
that he felt like once you guys were in the zone and set up, that things were going okay, but it was just getting there that had been the biggest problem. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, at times. I think we've been inconsistent right at their blue line where there's plays to be made, but we've had a number knocked down when we've struggled. It's nothing worse for a power play than just have a power play breakout for the minute that you're out there. It not only for the power play people, and those are your offensive people, but for the team. Whether you score or not, if it's that way, the momentum just switches. So done a better job. TK's done a better job for us when he's been back in the lineup. I thought Frosty, we moved him on, I'm not sure if you can call it the first one or not, but we moved that one with Kevin. I thought Frosty escaped and made some really good plays in tight, as I said, to keep the puck, that it isn't stick-checked and it's down the ice. I thought he made some really good plays in tight spots to give us another chance.
How much have you challenged Morgan to show his skill in his game?
It's not so much challenging. It's pretty simple. That has to be. We're certainly not trying to turn him into a checker. We need to see more offense out of him. Get some power play time. I thought he had a better game last night. He seemed to be more involved and on the puck. If he can't bring us offense, I'm not sure where it all goes for him.
He has said that he's focused on trying to improve his play away from the puck, and by investing in that, opportunities will open up for him offensively. How much has his play away from the puck?
It's been okay. I thought last night I thought he was just more involved last night. Just finished doing the tape, and I could see him trying to be in the areas away from the puck. It's an important part of the game for an offensive guy when you're not getting the numbers and you're not making the plays. It may sound a little silly, but don't think about that part of it then. Work on the other part of it, and I think everything falls into place from there. So we've worked with him. We've talked to him about it. Hopefully, I did. I thought he made some plays last night, especially on our power play. Hopefully that helps him offensively. And again, we don't expect him perfect defensively. But if you're not bringing much offense, which it's been inconsistent in the amount of minutes that he's gotten in these games here with all the injuries, if you're not bringing the offense to stay with those minutes, you've got to do the other stuff.
Luzinski was out today. Is there an update on
No,
his status?
no update on Les. Instead, I might as well make it. I'm not going to give you information on the injuries. It'll make it easier, and it'll stop those questions. So I'm not going to give you any information on the injuries until it's still James, when you see him on the ice and stuff like that. I'm not going to give you daily updates on the injuries. I just won't.
But he is injured, though, because he left the game early last night and late today.
Yes, he is injured.
He
I'll
can't-
give you that.
Scott Lawton said that watching the young man skate out there today brought back memories of his childhood, and he said that a lot of the players felt heartwarmed by his courage and
Yeah.
seeing him out there, and inspiration.
That Make-A-Wish stuff is just phenomenal. The things that go on with some kids, and we worry about all this shit that we do, and I got a chance to sit with him before he went on the ice to meet his parents and his family. It's just phenomenal. So he's with TK. I just walked by him. They're having lunch together. He's sitting there with the boys. I don't know what to tell you. It wakes you up a little bit. And again, I'm not trying to get all jammed up here, but yeah, he seems like a super kid. And some of these kids that just really don't have a fair whack at it, and some of the things they go through with their family, I'm so thrilled that we're part of it. And I think Joe's had a lot to do with that, and the boys are embracing him down there, that's for sure. He's having a nice lunch with them now.
Do you learn something about your players, the ones who really, care about those types of situations, the ones who really, want to show a kid like that, make
Yeah.
sure he knows he's welcome and whatnot?
Yeah, and not just our players here in Philly. I think we are in the National Hockey League. We coach them and we're mad at them and we're kicking them and we're criticizing them and all that stuff as we're trying to play and try to win. But in the National Hockey League, we've got some great people as far as players. Not so much the game. It's kind of our job. We need to coach them and lead them along here and whatever we need to do with them. But as far as out of the rink, man, we in this sport here in the National Hockey League, we've got some really good people. And yeah, it's kind of nice to see him walking in the cafeteria with those guys and sitting there in the high chairs and chowing down with them. So we've got some super people, not just our team, which are some great guys, but I think through the league.